This is Life Rewired, the brain injury podcast for survivors by survivors. And now your host, Rob and Ashley. Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Ashley.
And this is Life Rewired. Guess what today is, Ashley?
What is today, Rob, other than Sunday?
It is our 1 year anniversary.
Of the podcast, right?
Yeah, well, the podcast plus our friendship, because we met a year ago as well.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yes, our first official podcast was on this date, but we did meet a week prior and tried to podcast together, but that didn't work out and no one ever saw it.
Yeah, was that the podcast where you interviewed me about like how I got my concussion that led to
Yeah.
post-concussion syndrome? Yep.
Yeah, and that led me to going, "Hey, strange question. Would you want to do this full time?" And you were like, "Huh?"
I can't believe it's been a year. That's
I
crazy.
know. I have a special anniversary gift for you. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
I'm hoping you have not seen this just yet.
Okay.
So this is just kind of I know you've had you've had some bumps in the road, but maybe can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. And I hope this can be heard. So we're going to play this, and
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited already. Just by
you
seeing the title.
you know the old song. Well, this one is
The
a
12 Days of
parody.
Christmas.
This is of Brainless.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Uh-oh. On the 12th day of Brainless, my brain injury gave to me 12 behavior issues, 11 irritabilities, 10 trouble reading, 9 double vision, 8 trouble talking, 7 deep depression, 6 sleep disorder, 5 self-control, 4 feeling worried, 3 memory issues, 2 memory issues, and a brain injured man in a tree.
So, brain injury 3 and 2?
Yeah, because memory issues. Uh-oh.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
That was very creative. I like that. Thank you. You'll have to share that with our YouTube and Facebook group.
Now I'm trying to figure out how to stop sharing my screen. I think nope.
Yeah, you're done.
Am I done? Okay.
Yeah.
It's almost like I have a brain injury. So that was my present to you. I
Well,
hope you
thank you.
enjoyed
I loved it.
that.
It gave me a good laugh. I can't wait to show my husband it later.
Tell him he inspired me. Make him feel really good about himself. So, what has been going on for the last year, other than we've interviewed a lot of really interesting people and made a lot of great friendships along the way? I haven't really talked about this on the podcast, but one of our special interviews has become a really good friend for us, Amber
Mm-hmm.
Lorette. Did I say her name right?
I think so.
Okay. I was thinking about I knew I got the Lorette part right, but I was thinking after I said Amber, I'm like, is that right? It is right. She is a good friend. So I'm sorry, Amber, if I made you feel less special for questioning myself. But anyway, she introduces to her fabulous soaps, and I've been having to put dots of makeup all over my face all year because of the brain injury. I guess has changed my body chemistry, and it's made me have a lot of breakouts. Her soaps, goodness, look at my complexion. It's changed completely just in the last couple of weeks. So thank you, Amber, for that. Thank you also for getting me in touch with your publisher, because I have a book that's going to be coming out in probably about 3 to 4 weeks. And we'll have more information on that. And I think you guys are really going to love it. It's about the brain injury, but it's also about healing a lot of other traumas. So I think that this will be a book for anybody that can have any traumas. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, I was going to talk about um, I forgot. Ashley, what's going on with you? That's the quality of a brain injury there. I mean, comes in here and he just goes, or as my wife will
Um,
say, you saw something shiny.
uh, I just was thinking maybe we could delve into our topic for today, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while, but we did other topics, prior, which is totally fine, but I figured this is a good first year anniversary topic given
Mm,
a post I made on our Facebook group about um, misophonia, if I'm pronouncing that right. That's spelled Misophonia, misophonia, like I'm in the frickin' spelling bee. Which is when people get uh, triggered by certain sounds that are very common. And I'm not just talking about like, oh, that's like annoying and then you move on. I'm talking about like Charlie Brown teacher annoyed, like wah wah wah
mm-hmm.
wah 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 wah. Like you're just ready to like, you know, climb a wall, nails on a chalkboard kind of, you know, it's a overreaction to certain sounds that are very common. And in doing some research on this, they actually found that there is neurological components to this, and as people who have had brain injuries, whether it's a mild or severe TBA, TB, TBI, not TBA, I don't to be announced. Anyway,
There is a
TBI.
TBA also. They're using that more commonly now.
Oh,
Traumatic brain, I think, acquired, something like that. So you're not actually wrong.
okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. So, yeah, they found out that there is a neurological component to it, and because we have TBIs, we're definitely impacted by this.
Hmm.
So, some emotions you might feel as a person if you have this condition is anger, irritation, disgust, like extreme discomfort. Like you might feel like your skin is crawling. Um, you might have a startle response. So I know this is something I definitely had prior to the traumatic brain injury, not as a diagnosis necessarily. I just didn't like the sounds of people chewing, which is one of the most common ones. But I
Hmm.
feel like things have gotten added to it, and the sound of people chewing now has gotten elevated for me since the traumatic brain injury.
Yeah.
So, some of the most common sounds, they broke them down into 5 categories. So, um, the first category is eating and drinking sounds. So, this includes smacking lips, chewing, like I mentioned, crunching, slurping, loud swallowing, and gulping. Do any of those bother you, Rob?
Oh my goodness, does it ever? And when people go, do you have one of those friends that all the time?
No, it's more the chewing, the.
Slurping of soup will drive me up the wall.
Um, Second category is breathing sounds, which includes snoring, sniffling, nose blowing, and heavy breathing. The the heavy breathing thought made me think of a show I used to watch growing up. Rob, I think this is like, you know, past your time. You were probably a young adult, called Hey Arnold, that was on Nickelodeon. And there was this main character named Helga and this guy, and I forget what his name is. I'll have to look it up and get back to you on it, Rob. Was like obsessed with her, like a crush. And he would always come up behind her and he would do this
Oh,
heavy breathing, and you could see like her eyebrows would furl and she'd get this frustrated face, and then she'd just take her hand and punch him and break his glasses. Not
oh
that
my
I'm
goodness.
condoning violence, but I'm just giving an example of she probably had misophonia.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, the no, I wouldn't say if somebody blows their nose once, like that doesn't bother me, but if you're constantly just blowing your nose, like go into another room. Like I maybe that's more of like a politeness thing for me as
Uh-huh.
opposed to misophonia, but like I was always taught like do not blow your nose at the kitchen table, like do not excessively like, do things like sneezing, coughing, those types of things in front of people more than once. You like excuse yourself. So maybe that's not so much misophonia, but do any of those things bother you, Rob?
Hmm. I have to plead the fifth, but yes.
Okay.
I know somebody that blows her nose loud.
Okay. Okay.
What's the next one on your category?
Category 3, activity and movement sounds. This is tapping fingers or toes, clicking a pen, loud typing, and eating utensil sounds. I don't know what eating utensil sounds means. Like maybe clanking forks or something?
For me, when people stir their glass and it's going clink, 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 that drives me
Oh,
bananas.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
that
wondering
might
if
be
that's what they're saying.
that could probably be that too. Yeah,
But it
definitely.
sounds like they were saying people eating with it.
Like eating utensils. I think they mean like the noise like forks, knives, spoons
Oh,
make. So
scraping on
like
the plate.
when yeah, like tapping on the plate, but then also like I know when you get married, a lot of times people do the clinking noises at the
Mm-hmm.
wedding, which usually drives me up a wall. I
Mm-hmm.
don't I think they might have did it like once or twice at our wedding, but it didn't really bother me just because I was just like on another planet that day in terms of serenity and happiness. But usually, yeah, like the loud clinking. If somebody drops like a fork or drops a plate at a restaurant, like I'll jump out of my skin.
I don't remember what we did at our wedding. I just remember this is going to be so funny. You're going to laugh. The only thing I was concerned about was I was so excited because the McRib was back. I just wanted to get a McRib.
Did you get a McRib?
Eventually, I did. It, when we left this is funny too. When we left the wedding to drive because uh, the venue that we had the reception at was in another state. So when we on our way there, I just kind of half kiddingly I said, "Wouldn't it be funny if we didn't go to the reception and we just went to McDonald's to get a McRib?" She did not find that funny at all. So
Oh.
I did get my McRib, but it wasn't that day.